So this is the We Get Outdoors business promo series where we introduce you to some of the world's best and greatest outdoor brands, guiding services, rental services, everything. And importantly, the brains behind them. It's your chance to get a look behind the scenes into who they are, what they do, and importantly, why you should go and hang out with them and just enjoy whatever it is that they do. So 6 questions, 16 minutes. Amy, are you ready?
I am ready.
Fantastic. Well, please excuse the cheeky first question, but Amy, who are you and why should we care?
Well, I am Amy Frischman, and I am the 4th generation owner of the Taylor's Falls Canoe and Kayak rental in Minnesota.
Wow, cool. So I'm just going to stop you there. So the why should we care bit, tell me more about the 4th generation part, because you blew my mind before we hit record.
Absolutely. So my great-grandfather started the canoe and kayak rental back in 1910. And in fact, the business actually started as a recreation business in 1906 with our excursion boats on the St. Croix River. And then in 1910, the paddle boats were added. And actually in 1995, my brother and I also bought a campground and added that aspect to the business. But talking specifically about the canoe and kayak rental, I would think we are probably one of the longest running outfitters on a riverway. Gosh, I've never heard of anyone as long as we are. Our children all work in the business as well when they're home for the summer. One is back full time now, but it's a fantastic place to be.
It is. I agree. And as I said before we hit record, I've interviewed this year over 100 outdoor business owners, and you by far are the oldest outdoor business or business owner that I've spoken with. What's 100?
I'm glad it's the oldest business and not the oldest person.
No, you're definitely not the oldest person. You're still 21. So what is it that our listeners should know about Taylor's Falls Canoe and Kayak rental and your RV ground and everything else?
Sure. The section, we specialize in one-way canoe trips where you start out in Taylor's Falls, Minnesota, which is on the St. Croix River. It's right on the Minnesota-Wisconsin border. And we specialize in one-way paddles where you get in the river and you paddle downstream either 7 miles or 17 miles. And then we shuttle you back to your car at the end of the trip. It's a lovely paddle. It's whether you're an experienced paddler or a beginner, there is no rapids at all in this section of the river. And we like to ask people, are you going out for a day to relax and have fun, or do you want exercise? If you want exercise, go ahead and paddle to William O'Brien, which is a 17-mile trip. 90% of our guests are out in the river to enjoy the day and relax and have fun and swim and play, throw the Frisbee or the football around, have a picnic, just really have a nice, gentle, easy, relaxing day on the river.
Awesome. Now, there's a lot of other outfitters out there, although none of them as historically prestigious as yourselves. But what is it that makes Taylor's Falls Canoe and Kayak rental, what is it that sets you apart from those other outfitters?
I think because we've been doing it so long and because we are a family business and, we truly care about our guests and we want to give everyone the opportunity to be outside, and we understand time is of the essence. People are busy nowadays and there's so many things going on. We want to keep it simple. So our business is located right inside the Interstate Park. You can park right there, or we can shuttle you from our campground down less than a mile away. And you don't have to choose a start time. On weekends, you can come anytime between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., get on the river and paddle down. And then our shuttles, we run them basically continuously. Now that with COVID, instead of having shuttle times, what we do is our buses just always run. So we try not to get them as full as they were perhaps in the past. And we want to make it simple. And we hire a lot of great youth in our area. A lot of times it's their first jobs. And, we teach them how to smile and have fun, because if our employees are also having fun, our guests are going to have fun.
That is so true. In fact, that was actually a conversation I was having with a client about 2 hours ago. If your guides are miserable, your customers will be miserable. So we better do something about it.
Yes, very true.
I love it. Now, As I mentioned, I've interviewed all of these outdoor business owners, and there's one thing I know that all of you have in common, and myself as well, is we all have the next thing, the big secret, the project that's coming up. What is it for you folks that is coming up in your future?
I would say continuing what we're doing new this year. We got double kayaks. We had a lot of requests for people. We've watched kayaks. For a long time, we only did canoes. In fact, at one point, our first canoes, my great-grandfather made them, and they were wooden canoes, and they were all named. They are no longer named. They are numbered now. But we added kayaks a few years back. This year, we added double kayaks. And I think we're going to continue. We've learned our business model is to keep it simple. We want to keep doing what we've been doing for many years and give people an opportunity to get outside and realize how beautiful our world is so they take better care of it.
Awesome. I love that. Yeah, people who love the outdoors generally look after it better. So thank you for doing that.
Correct. Yes.
Now, Amy, I've worked in the outdoors for embarrassingly, it shows you how old I am, for 30 years now. And the past year and a half has been the most bonkers period of time I've ever experienced in the outdoor industry. All that being said, with all the people you meet, what do you think the future is for the outdoors and the outdoor industry?
I think the future is bright. I agree. Sadly enough, I probably have been in the industry for over 50 years now and in doing it. And I have seen in the last year and a half with COVID, more people getting outside because there wasn't anything else to do. The outdoors is free. The outdoors is healthy. You can social distance. You can do all the things that everyone was telling us we should do. And it was fun to watch people. They're not going to the malls. They're not doing so many different activities. And I think what we've seen is people have been like, wow, I haven't gone canoeing or kayaking. I haven't been out on the river since I was a kid. And now they're doing it. And we hope that they're going to continue to do it. Because as we've mentioned before and we talked about is, I just really feel the more people that can enjoy the outdoors and see it and see what happens when you take care of a place, that they're going to do that when they go other places as well. And it's just so important for, I look at it, we've been doing the business now since 1910. So what is that, 111 years? And if I look back at pictures in the same area, it really looks about the same, which is fantastic. The water levels in the St. Croix River fluctuate. They go up, they go down. The sandbars along the way shift a little bit as the water recedes in the spring and the fall. But really, the scenery is the same. And it's really amazing. And, I'm excited about the future that, in 100 years, when my great grandkids are hopefully running the business and doing this, that they're going to be seeing the same beauty that we have right now.
That would be phenomenal. There's very few places in the world where you can look back 100 years now and say, actually, that view is the same today as it was in 1910. I mean, that's you're beyond fortunate to have that. That's fantastic. Wow.
Yes.
So all that being said, there is a vast quantity of new people going in the outdoors. What's your message to all those people who are getting out there and maybe haven't been out there ever before, or they did it when they were a kid and now COVID's pushed them to this is the thing to do? What's your message to them?
I think the message is to get outside, to be patient and kind to each other, and make sure they bring water, make sure you wear sunblock. And just to take the time to see what's around you. Sometimes people are in a hurry and they want to get out and there's a lot of people and to look at your trip, and if you're flexible, go on a weekday instead of a weekend and maybe stretch it out and just really take the time to be outside and enjoy and, for lack of better words, smell the roses, smell the water, listen to the birds. It's good for the soul.
I agree. Thank you. So, folks, if any of you want to go and visit Amy, visit Taylor's Falls Canoe and Kayak Rentals, stay in their RV park, their campground, any of those things, you're going to find the links to their websites and social media pages in the description below. So please go and check that out. And if nothing else, go and give them a lovely comment on a photo. Even if you live in Alaska and you have no intention of going to Minnesota, go and give them some love. And Amy, I hope you have an epically successful rest of your 2021 season, and that everything for Taylor's Falls Canoe and Kayak is just joyous.
Well, fantastic. Thank you for reaching out to me. This has been really fun. And if I ever get to South Africa, I will look you up. And if you ever get to Minnesota, we'd love to get you out on the river.
Done. We're planning a road post-COVID 3-month road trip at the moment. So we'll add you to the list.
Okay, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.